I'm going to put him to bed. Ma, the babas.
Why do you hate your sister? That's what I want to know. Because when she was born, I ceased to exist. I never saw my mom and daddy again. Where did they go? They never looked at me again, Rose. She was the adorable one, the gorgeous one. Oh, girls.
Well, what's the matter? Where's David?
I don't know where he is. He wasn't on the plane.
Come on, Dorothy. I'll help you move your things back to your room.
Please, come on, Blanche. Now, calm down, calm down. He probably missed the plane. It can happen to anyone.
I missed a plane once.
Beautiful. I'll call you in the morning and make the arrangements. So long, Sophia. You're beautiful, too.
Why did I ever marry that man?
Because he knocked you up. I don't need help. I'm a totally independent person.
I know, I know.
I need $67 for the cab.
$67? Ma, this is crazy. The home is 15 minutes from here.
My cab driver is Cuban. He said there was an additional tax for a bilingual driver. You're not a mechanical person, Dorothy. You never were. For the first 3 months of your life, you tried to breastfeed off my Cameo.
Rose, come on. Do you really think we could do it?
Well, it might take a little time, but we'd sure save a lot of money.
Then let's...
It was for 20 minutes.
I can't be late. The last time I was late, Ronald gave me the broken hairdryer. I came out looking like Don King.
Ma, please. All my life I've wanted to see Frank Sinatra in concert. I'm not getting off this phone until I get tickets.
What are you talking about? I took you and Gloria to see him at the Paramount Theater. I'll never forget it.
I know how you feel about animals, and since we're breeding mink for fur, eventually they're going to have to be killed, and I just didn't think you'd go for it.
Do they have to be killed?
No, Rose. Many women like wearing coats that urinate.
I understand. I grew up picking out unusual gifts. Is it terry cloth?
Yeah, I think it is.
Terry cloth wears a long time. It's a nice fabric.
Yeah, it's perfect for a robe. Well,
Horowitz anyway. I want someone to arrest David Hoffman's dentist.
Oh, Rose, honey, I have a date. Do you plan to use your silver bangle bracelet tonight?
I plan to spend the evening reorganizing my recipe file.
Oh, are you going to dress for the occasion, or can I borrow the bracelet?
All yours.
Thank you.
Rose, honey, I have a date tonight, so I'm borrowing your pearly.
Spill the beans, I'll give you my most prized possession.
Oh, no, Rose, I couldn't do that. I couldn't accept your favorite album, Hans Klebner Meyer Yodel's Beethoven. No, thank you anyway, Rose. Actually, I am going to tell you what I'm getting Ma because I need your help. Wait.
Forgive me, sweetheart. Why don't you just get me a litter box to keep next to my nightstand?
Rose, is that a wedding cake you're making?
Yeah, it's my wedding present to little Joni Winston.
Oh, Joni Winston's getting married. How lovely. I wonder how she'll fix the hair on her ears.
It's 12 when he stopped. He wanted to come home from school at lunchtime. I got nothing left up here.
oh, Ma.
Well, she's gone.
That
Criticizing what Tom Brokaw looks like naked.
he must have sensed it. I thought I saw him looking down your blouse. Hi, Ma. Hi, Tony.
Look, Dorothy, we won the dance contest at the Sons of Italy bash.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Oh, I had no idea you were such a good dancer.
Oh, Blanche, how do you feel about performing in front of a video camera?
I think it's all right as long as you've already had at least 3 dates.
It's for my video class. My final project is a day in the life of my roommates. What do you say?
Oh, sure, honey, that sounds like fun.
Oh, thank you, Blanche. You're a real friend. You and Sophia. I'll just shoot around, Dorothy.
Oh, all right, Rose, I'll do it. But just don't shoot from too low. No, Stan used to do that in our home movies, and I always looked like someone from another planet. I'll change.
Oh, come on, I'll help you pick out something.
There's nothing left to pick. The only thing I haven't tried on is the bedspread.
Oh, hello, Elliot. Come in.
Hello, Blanche. Dorothy ready?
Oh, I'm afraid she's going to be a little while.
How is it possible to get pregnant in Sicily just by crossing the street? Cheap Chianti and narrow streets. Rose, if God had meant man to eat like that, he would have handed him his teeth in a baggie.
Well, excuse me for asking.
I'm sorry, I'm just irritable.
Oh, poor Sophia. Are you still upset because your friend Bernice moved back to Chicago?
No, Rose, I'm upset because I can't relate to 30-something.
These years. Oh, I wonder why Italian men are so romantic.
It's the tight pants, Rose. So tell me, who would you sign me up to bowl with?
Oh, I wanted to talk to you about that. Well, I am stunned. Just last time a man had me over a barrel. I was at a keg party at the marina.
Blanche, we have a guest. Hi, Al.
Hi, girls. Why, pour yourself some champagne. We're celebrating Al's retirement.
So you finally went through with it, huh, Al?
Just hate it. I haven't been dumped since Wade Honeycutt threw me over for Rebecca Wilkinson, a girl who did not value her reputation.
Did you let him get away with it?
Hell no!
What'd you do?
Slept with his brother. Come on, partner. Let's go get even.
Oh, please.
Blanche is beautiful. I never saw a more perfect piece of fruit.
No? Then try kissing my behind. It's a real peach.
Sophia. Maybe it isn't a heart attack.
Oh, Rose, honey, she's 80. At 80, something's got to go.
Well, not necessarily. My grandparents lived to their 90s. One was 102.
In Minnesota.
So?
Rose, you know how they freeze dead people to preserve them and then bring them back?
Come live by the sea and frolic in the autumn mist.
That was very odd.
If I increase my steroids by 100 milligrams, I can sing just like Barbara.
Oh, I am so excited. I can't believe I'm going to see Trudy again after all these years.
Oh, I'm excited for you too, Dorothy. That's why I want everything perfect.
I'm making Scandinavia's oldest and most traditional appetizer treat. Cheese and...
Good. I'm an expert. Didn't I tell you I used to work in a malt shop when I was in high school?
Soda jerk? No thanks, I'll have a wallet.
Well, aren't you going to have one, Doc?
Oh, no. Listen, after you've worked...
Until I'm back to 99, I'm no longer Sophia Petrillo.
Morning, Dorothy. Morning, Sophia.
Who?
Dorothy, do you realize it's only 2 weeks till Phyllis Strictly's Memorial Day beach party? That means it's only 2 weeks till we have to get back into our bathing suits again. Well, I just slipped into last year's bikini, and I think I look pretty good.
Checks anymore. Well, I can't afford to live without that pension.
Well, honey, now let's not panic. I'm sure they can't just cut you off.
She's right. There has to be a good explanation. Honey, you'll call them tomorrow. Everything will be fine.
Well, what if it's not? What if I can't pay my own way? What if I can't afford food? What if I have to sleep outside in some park?
Hi, how was the audition?
Wonderful. I'm 99% sure I got the part.
Oh, Blanche, there were so many good people there.
Trust me, I got this part in the sack.
She means in the bank.
How was dinner?
Great. I ate a lot, Ma drank a lot, Gloria paid a lot.
Oh, I'm so glad the three of you got things worked out, and that Sophia's not leaving.
Oh, me too. That spunky little lady sure does add life to this place.
Oh, and the stories she tells. And there's always a little gem of wisdom hidden deep. Conway Twitty.
The problem is Robert charges $300 and it's just not in my budget this month. Oh, that's the trouble with being beautiful. The maintenance will kill you.
I have an idea, Blanche. How about moonlighting and making some extra money?
Another job? Rose, I already work. Just call me.
I didn't think the two of you were speaking.
Well, we're not.
Then how'd you know it was her on the other end of the line?
Rose, you're bringing down the curve for the whole country.
I just don't believe it. She is coming to town to promote a novel she's just had published. Marion.
Penny, what makes you think he's going to ask you to marry? Both to know that I don't enjoy failing anybody, especially this kid. But he's lazy. In his book report on A Tale of Two Cities, he said he liked them both, but he really prefers Minneapolis, because that's where Prince is from.
Hi, Rose.
Oh, hi, honey.
Dead. Blanche, I am furious. I mean, first you take my car without asking, and then when you have it, you show complete disregard for my personal property.
Rose, please, have a little compassion. I was just in an accident.
Well, what do you want me to do, carry you to your room? Massage your neck, make some cocoa?
I'm glad he didn't die alone on the street, but here, with a caring person, doing what he liked to do best.
Then you should be the queen of the festival of the Dancing Virgins.
Ma, what are you talking about?
Once a year, the women of my village threw a festival to recapture their virginity. It gives you a chance to say to the man in your life, what kind of tramp do you take me for?
We had a festival of the dancing. Dorothy, livestock don't get chauffeur-driven limousine rides to fancy four-star restaurants in the symphony afterwards. Except during St. Olaf Bicentennial.
Rose, I am not going. It is degrading.
Dorothy, come on now. Don't be a stick in the mud. It's for the Children's Hospital. Have you noticed that Rose has been acting peculiar?
Yes, Blanche, from the first day I met her.
Well, I mean since she's been getting ready for her daughter's visit. I think it has something to do with her will.
But she's just excited about seeing her daughter.
No, I think it's more than that. You know how she said she was nervous?
We can start by ruling out the obvious. Does Sophia have any friends who are, or ever have been, circus fire eaters?
No.
Would she like to meet some?
Dorothy, don't you worry now. We'll get to the bottom of this. Lord knows we've worked our way out of tight spots before. And me. Always mouthing off about how her hair was curlier than mine. Her complexion was prettier than mine. I finally said there was good reason for it. She was left by gypsies. Had her completely convinced.
Well, what did she say when you told her the truth?
Oh, I never did.
Nobody to talk to.
Gotta go.
Rose, honey, come over here and sit down a minute. Now, Dorothy and I have both been noticing how down you've been lately, and we're very concerned.
Oh, it's my work at the hospital. I know, I'm the one who volunteered. But it's not easy.
Everything will be fine. But just to be on the safe side, I'll swing by here tomorrow afternoon.
Why can't you marry him?
Well, you remember I told you Richard wanted to introduce me to his family? I thought it would be his little old gray-haired mama and his spinster aunt. Turns out he has 2 kids.
Well, Blanche, we've all got kids.
But these are 7 and 9, and I know they do, but, you know, he hardly has time for them. Or for me. I'm starting to wonder if maybe the main reason he wants me for his wife is because he needs a mother for his children.
Well, honey, if you think that's true, you'd better find out.
I intend to. I'm going to ask him straight out. All smarter and more talented than I was. And then when I was 16, I discovered I had a talent, too. The talent to drive men crazy with a body that many said should have come with a warning label.
Blanche, please.
After a while, I learned that I could use my looks to my advantage, so I did. Regularly.
Cancel your reservations to the banquet.
Oh, thanks, Pa.
She was very disappointed you all aren't coming, and I think it's because one of you won the big award.
You mean the best friend of the Friends of Good Health Award?
Yeah.
Why? What'd she say?
It wasn't what she said, it was what she didn't say.
What didn't she say?
How the hell do I know?
Oh, and Mrs. Montez found her cat. I'll bet she's happy, too.
Not exactly. She found it under a Jeep Wagoneer. They lock us in our rooms and force us to look like we're having fun. Then they take pictures for their brochure.
Ma, you know that's not true. You'll have to excuse my mother. She recently had a stroke, and her perception is a little, distorted.
Oh, yeah. He walked. Well, good night. Sweet dreams.
I think I'll have just one more cup of tea.
Yeah, and we can finish the cheesecake.
Sounds good. You know what would go so good on this cheesecake is those chocolate sprinkles. We finished those in... Dorothy, you think Bert's gonna like this dress?
Oh, yeah. That plunging neckline will really show off his chest hair.
Well, the last time I wore this dress was at the 1972 presidential inauguration. I ended the evening dancing in the arms of the president. And the next morning I released the lusty, steamy passions that constantly threatened to erupt from within me.
When I was 16, I had acne and played the accordion in the marching band.
Well, nothing seemed to go right that year. But the final indignity occurred during the Miss Magnolia Blossom pageant.
This is our slumber chamber, and, here's my card. How may I be of service to you?
Well, Mr. Pfeiffer...
That's Pfeiffer. The P is not silent.
Mr. Pfeiffer...
Oh, I see your point. Well, what about this? Miami is nice, so I'll say it thrice.
Right, who the hell says thrice?
It's a word.
So is interuterine.
Only she's much older. I think. What do you think, Dorothy?
Whoa!
I'm just getting so excited about Big Daddy's wedding. Hello there. I'm Blanche Devereaux.
Yes, Blanche, this is, I'd like you to meet, say hello to Big...
Oh, girls, don't look.
Michael Zbornak, you get out of that bed right now.
Believe me, Mom, I'd like to. But in light of the fact that my clothes are hanging on the doorknob, I don't think it's such a good idea.
Oh, my God, they're naked. You rude person.
Go easy on him, Ray.
Ladies, as long as we're stuck with each other, let me give you a piece of friendly advice. Buzz off.
Feed it!
Yeah, scram.
Look, kid, you can just kiss my patootie. Now, this is our room and our John, and if you have to go, why, the jungle's that away. Come on,
What, Tess?
I didn't know you weren't supposed to cut them out. I never felt so rejected in my life. Until now.
Boy, this personals idea was really a mistake.
There must be something we can do.
I think we've done quite enough already, Blanche.
I have an idea. I'm gonna set her...
Told me that Jackie makes you look like a chicken.
I know, but with your nose, you could pull it off. Girls, you'll never believe what happened. I got a response from my personal ad. You're kidding.
Great.
And it's just the sweetest letter. He apologizes for waiting so long to respond. He says he... How do you spell Saskatchewan?
Oh, Ma, have you seen my dress watch?
It's on my wrist. I borrowed it.
I was going to wear it tonight. Can't you ask?
I didn't want to disturb you. You were having so much trouble taming your cowlick. Like a fool.
I wondered where they moved the party to.
Music. This is the ladies' room. This is where ladies go to the bathroom.
Wow! How do you lift this baby up?
Isaac, later.
I guess you have to stand back when you flush this thing.
Think how much damage it could do if it fell into the wrong hands.
Rose, are you going to be very much longer?
Not now, Dorothy. This man is still very down about his financial situation. He was one of the principal...
Holy night.
Wow, what an honor. I want to shake your hand. Move it.
We're going to miss our plane. What are we going to do?
Listen, Gus, I have an idea. Now, I'm going to create a diversion by bending over and picking up something seductively. Then the two of you sneak up behind him and give him a karate chop.
Blanche, what do we look? All right, Ma. You'll get your present right now. I give up. You win. You always win.
I know, me and Mighty Mouse. All right, everybody, gather round. My daughter is about to give me my big birthday surprise.
I just want to say happy birthday to my mother, whom I love. Oh, Stan, I went to 3 different stores, but I finally found the stuff you asked for to make you go to sleep.
Oh, wow. Strawberry Quit. You are the best, babe. I'm going to go take a shower. If you could bring me a mug of that stuff in about 10 minutes, it would be perfect.
Dorothy, that man is driving me crazy.
Me, too. Unable to provide for his family and not much fun under the old yak skin. The women would leave him out in the snow to die.
Tough village.
Stanley, I just spoke to Dr. Deutsch, and he says there's nothing to worry about. Some patients do experience a sudden setback like this just when their recovery... Blanche, please. How is she, Dr. Jew? Wallerstein.
Why don't you come see for yourselves?
Rose, honey.
My heart is pounding in my ears. But then again, it always pounds in my ears. I could see the finish line. It was only 200-300 yards away. And then it happened. What every runner dreads. I hit the wall.
Ma, you ran out of steam.
No,
I mean, it sounded like the heat kicking on.
Thank God, get back to your own beds.
Hey, everybody. Well, what are you doing? Oh, what a terrible night that was. Oh, it wasn't so bad. Something good did come out of it. I dated Floppo the Clown for several months after that. You know, his feet really were that big.
Who is everybody, Angela?
Dead.
Angela and I are the only two left of the original family.
That's terrible, Angela. Does that mean you're all alone back in Sicily? No, I have a goat. Actually, I lead a very full life. I get up in the morning, I milk the goat, go to a funeral, come back, feed the goat. Are you saying you're upset because the reunion went great and your sorority sisters look wonderful?
Well, of course not, Rose. That would be childish. I am upset because I was not the center of attention and nobody said I was the prettiest.
Oh, come on now, Blanche. I mean, what difference does it make?
Oh, Dorothy, you could once, and what he wanted was mine. And you know, that got me to thinking. All my life, I have had a unique charm that just kind of flowed naturally. Now, if I tampered with that, why, I could risk losing forever that special magic that is Blanche Devereaux. That, frankly, was a risk I was not willing to take.
Rips the guy's throat out. Look, I know you've seen this movie 6 times, so you shouldn't mind answering a few questions. Does this mean you've decided to run away instead of going to see that judge? Well, I can't make you change your mind. Lord, how much more can you see?
I don't know, but I'm gonna move down front and find out.
Dorothy, what time did Mario say he was coming over?
As soon as he hears from the judge.
I've been giving our relationship a great deal of thought lately, and I just think you're a wonderful man. I really do, and I love all the time we spend together. But we do come from 2 different worlds, you know. So our relationship can only go so far. And that's why I can't go to the banquet with you.
You said if you could erase this one day, is this still the man you want to spend the rest of your life with?
And you said yes. And I thought to myself, idiot. But I kept my mouth shut. I knew this was a decision you had to make.
So you're saying that I should stay out of this mess between...
Experimenting with something new, but it didn't work out.
Dorothy, he's only trying to do his job. It can't be very pleasant for him either.
Actually, as far as stakeouts go, it's kind of nice here.
I thought you couldn't hear with those things on.
Really, Mr. Howard?
Dorothy, if I were you, I'd put the cake down. You see, Mr. Music's brother is Mr. Lawyer. Besides, that's not a very adult thing to do.
You're right. I can't do it.
Mr. Ha-Ha?
Yes, Bobby?
How is this old lady business? You're acting like an ass. You don't look 50. You don't look 48. You're as beautiful as the day I married you.
Oh, Salvador. Tell me that again.
You're acting like an ass.
Morning.
You got a minute?
Sure.
Good. Crochet me a scarf.
Ma, I need to talk to you about Alvin. He's sick, Ma.
What are you talking about? You've never even seen him.
I've seen him, Ma. After you had that fight, I was worried about you, and you just implied that I'm an old lady.
Oh, well, honey, I didn't mean to imply it. I meant to say it flat out.
You know what your problem is, Blanche? You can't stand a little competition, which is why you tried to keep this whole thing a secret from me.
Well, I noticed you're here too, Dorothy, so you tried to keep it a secret from me.
Hi, girls.
Another couple re-entering the dance floor.
About baby. I never should have let that filthy barnyard beast in my house in the first place. He ruins my clothes, smells up the whole house, and he likes to watch me take a shower.
He's a pig. There's no accounting for taste.
Oh, that's great. I'll go tell him the good news.
Oh, listen, I won't be able to get off work tomorrow. Can somebody else give baby his lunch? Don't look at me. I'm not going to do it.
Why not?
Because what you two are doing is making me sick. Degrading yourself by living with a filthy animal. And for what? Money. It's humiliating. I don't want any part. Boy, it's great being rich.
I cannot believe we spent so much money that we don't have yet.
Relax. When I looked in on baby this morning, he was a half hour away from sizzling.
Oh, well, Rose Nyland, shame on you. Caught with a gentleman.
Dear Rose, just wanted to let you know baby arrived safely. He was really happy to be back on the farm. His last 36 hours on this good earth were...
What? What?
baby died. Poor baby. Gee, I hope Marguerite likes champagne.
Champagne, don't you think we may be going a little overboard with this?
Dorothy, remember the Crow Man.
Do we have any caviar to go with this champagne?
That must be... Oh, girls, I'm scared. Now, just take a deep breath and relax. Ending if you want to see it. Well, graduation day came and everybody was there. The mayor was there, his wife, old Johansson, young Johansson, big and little Gustav, the Stringmeyer twins, Fat Jerry.
Will you get to the point, Rose?
And then go climb back under your slimy rock with all the rest of your slimy friends. And don't you ever call here again. Dorothy, call Stan.
Blanche, why don't you admit what you did? You made a mistake.
I'd better be going now.
Well, all right, but before you do, I just want to thank you for a lovely evening. Oh, I guess he bought dinner. Sophia, don't mind me. The Best of Carson is coming on. In here. No, Blanche in Hollywood, but they pipe it through these little wires and it comes out of it.
Takes so little to make her happy. Good night, Blanche.
Good night, honey.
Rose, good...
Softly.
Morning, everyone.
How could that be?
Rose Nyland?
Yes?
Wow.
I'm Olga Nordstrom from my Papagallo pump.
Isn't that how Mrs. Simpson met the Duke of Windsor?
Dorothy, you promised you would double date with Larry's friend Mike. I am holding you to that promise.
Blanche, I'm sick.
Oh, you just have a cold.
Sit down, take it easy, and discuss this ration. Using only English words. Now, we talked about Rose, we talked about Blanche. Nobody has said a word about Dorothy.
That's because they're afraid of her. No, we are not. But we do have a problem.
We are just friends.
Sure. And Michael Jackson was born with that cleft in his chin.
Girls, just wait until you see the little number I picked up at the museum basket. Here I come.
This dress business.
Oh, there is nothing to settle. Now, I am wearing this dress, Dorothy. It deserves to be displayed on a devastatingly beautiful body.
Who are you going to send it to? Kim Basinger?
And what is that supposed to mean?
Why don't you think about it while you're inhaling?
Because I want a husband, I want a family, and Jeremy may be my last chance.
That's just nonsense.
Oh, Mama, look at me. Open your eyes. I'm not beautiful. I'm not a catch.
Well, for that man out there, you certainly are. He's got you thinking that you need him, Rebecca. That's all backwards, honey. He's the one who needs you. You're probably the only woman on earth who's
Klingenhofer did? She certainly did. Thank you for pointing that out, Rose. Good night.
Dorothy, you know Sonia Klingenhofer?
Know her? She's from St. Olaf, isn't she? Lovely woman. See you.
Sonia's not a woman.
I know. She's a cow.
Rocco's bag. Where did Rocco get all this money? I don't know, but I'll tell you one thing. The next time we go to the Colonel, I'm getting all white meat and a biscuit.
I do not believe this. I'm telling you, there are thousands here.
How could Rocco have this much money? Then how do you explain this money?
What are you, a treasury agent? It's circumstantial evidence. Hello? Oh, Rocco, we were just talking about you. A funny thing just happened. We found thousands of dollars in your bag, and, well, we were kind of wondering where it came from. With a view of the ocean. Personally, I like number 3.
I I'm sorry, but that's more than we're willing to spend for a guest room. Yes, I do know the expression, you get what you paid for. I also know the expression, there's a sucker born every minute. Ew, yes, I do know that expression, too.
Dorothy, that was the last contractor in the book.
I just don't care.
Rose has been cooking. Yeah, and it turned out perfect. But I'm still upset. You upset because you don't know what to do about Al?
No,
Greetings, boys and girls. Coffee is hot. A stove is hot. Angie Dickinson is hot. Very funny, Mr. Stage Manager. And now, boys and girls, we're going to
Okay, break's over. Let's pretend we know what we're doing and try to turn a buck. Come on, girls. Give it all you got. Remember the clinic and work hard. Remember your art and be proud. Remember an F sharp and blow. 1, 2, 1. Don't I always?
I thought maybe you forgot.
I never forget.
But I hate nectarines.
You have to eat.
Sophia, it doesn't matter. You know that.
Crazy talk. Comes from not eating enough fresh fruit. Here.
Sophia, once they goofed up my blood with that transfusion.
You're going, we might miss the aliens.
That would be fine with me.
Dorothy, why are you talking that way? I think it's wonderful that there are other beings out there trying to meet us. They might have solutions to all our problems. Cures for our diseases. New storylines for Al. Dorothy, I know what you're going through. I smoked for years.
You smoke? Rose, that's like finding out Lassie was an alcoholic.
Lassie was an alcoholic? That explains why she always tipped to one side when she waved goodbye to Tim.
Hey, everybody. We've got some great news.
We found a place. It's absolutely perfect. It's near the beach, it's reasonably priced, and it's just the right size.
Ma, that's great.
We're so excited, we can't wait to show it to you.
Yeah. I'll go back to Brooklyn. My family is there, my grandkids. And I miss the old neighborhood.
And I'll stay here in Miami. Ever since I lost my Sal, the ladies I live with are my family. But that doesn't mean we can't get together occasionally for, you know. Wait a minute. Were your exact words, Sophia, you can come now? We have room now? And were you wearing that hat at the time?
Yes.
Hasta luego, Dorothy. I'm going bold.
Morning.
All right, I couldn't sleep. I kept thinking about Sophia. How is she?
No one has said a word to me in hours.
What? That's ridiculous. I'm going to find somebody right now. Excuse me. I want some information, and I want it now.
The John is down the hall.
Rose, hurry, please.
These were the only spare towels I could find.
Put them around the bucket in case the leak spreads.
Wait a minute, Rose. Is that my Cabana Club beach towel you have there? Is it this one with the naked man and woman being swept up?
Oh, me too. Look, why don't we just forget the whole thing?
What? No one's calling anything off. It's not our fault the man is sick. It's not our fault the man is getting weaker by the hour. It's not our fault he needs a rare blood transfusion.
Did you say a rare blood transfusion?
Yeah, I overheard the doctors talking. In a day or two, he'll be 2, you seldom bump your head. 3, the world thinks you're cute. You think Danny DeVito got to be famous with his good looks? There's nothing wrong with being small, kid, but it is wrong to cheat. If you learn in life to follow the rules and play fair, you'll be heads above the crowd.
Topsy and Ernie?
No, of course not.
Rose, how about you and Ernie seeing a sex therapist?
Well, I suppose I could talk to Ernie. Maybe we could make an appointment.
Well, sex therapy is one solution, but there are other ways.
Oh, Blanche, dessert toppings are not the answer. Who don't have dates on Valentine's Day. Ma, you want to join us?
I can't. I have a date.
You do?
She's making that up to annoy us.
No, I'm not. I have a date.
What's his name?
I can't tell you.
Have I met him?
No, he's from out of...
It's a world of tears. It's a world of hopes. And a world of fears. There's so much that we share that it's time we're aware.
Next. Sue, take care. Bye-bye.
Bruce, how did you get Bob home? Well, I called his office.
Dorothy, I have to talk to you for a minute.
Now, Ma.
What did he say?
Well, I didn't talk directly to Bob Hope.
Alfonso has a new trick. Give him your keys.
Yeah, who did you talk to? What, his agent?
No!
Oh, this is one of those mental tricks you
Two hardly sound like old friends.
Blanche is right. We should be more positive. Dorothy, you look wonderful.
The left one turned out nice.
Dorothy!
Oh, come on, Rose, I'm just kidding. They're both practically the same size. How about giving me a hand in the kitchen?
All right, Dreyfus is gone.
He ran away?
No, we had a falling out and agreed to a trial separation. Of course he ran away.
Oh, when?
I'm not sure. I have it pinpointed sometime between 10:15 today and late last Thursday.
You... Yvonne, we are desperate women. You've got to help us.
I know just what you need. Aerobics. It's what I do.
But Yvonne, you're much younger than they are.
I know you'll love aerobics. It stretches every muscle in your body.
Honey, I've been...
Come on, honey, now just think about it. Who would you rather live with, your sister or a goat?
Give me a minute.
Cousin Rose?
Cousin Sven! Oh, let me look at you. Boy, have you grown. You didn't say anything new.
Nothing. Come on now, what did you do? You've never been here before. What do you think?
I don't know how people live here, Dorothy. I mean, it's all very interesting and everything in the world is here, but it's so tall and so crowded and so noisy and so...
Nobody believes me. Everybody thinks I'm crazy. Maybe I am. Maybe I'm really crazy.
Oh, Dorothy, you are not crazy. I mean, you are absolutely not crazy. I've seen the way you walk. I've seen how wiped out you get. You're not crazy, honey. You're
caring. They need compassion. They need attending to. You know, someday, Dr. Bud, you're going to be on the other side of the table. And as angry as I am, and as angry as I always will be, I still wish you a better doctor than you were to me. You refuse to see your daughter as an adult with the right to make her own decisions. Honey, you're going to have to learn to let go.
Yes, and the more you try to make her see things the way you see things, the more she'll resist. And then you run the risk of never seeing her again. And never seeing your grandchild. Never.
Listen, Rose, I was wondering, if you're not busy Saturday afternoon, the university is playing Shostakovich.
Oh, I'd love to go. And I'll bet we beat them.
Rose, honey, it's not a team, it's a composer. I thought I'd give you a hand with the dessert. What's wrong, Rose?
It's not a team, Rose. It's a composer. Couldn't you pretend it was a team and make him look stupid?
I was talking to the baby, Blanche. Any other symptoms, rash, or...
No, he was fine 1 minute and running a fever the next.
Is it the usual? Yeah, Frank tends to get ear infections from time to time.
Is he going to be all right?
Oh, he'll be fine. He'll be fine. We'll just keep a close watch on him. Give him 4 drops.
Do with this?
It has everything to do with this. In the 25 years I have on you, I've learned something. I just wish I could remember what it is. Oh, yeah, I got it. It's not whether you agree or disagree with somebody. It's whether you can be there for that person when they need you.
Sophia, I can't believe you're doing this.
We shared a room in the hospital. You had the heart scare. I was the gallbladder.
They gave you my sponge bath by mistake?
You ate my Jell-O. It was a horrible little room. We couldn't wait to get out of it.
Because we wanted to live.
Yes, I remember.
Remember better. Remember life.
I don't have much of one.
The uncanny thing is how much like George Jamie is. And it's not just that he looks like him and talks like him. He's gentle like George, and he's thoughtful like George. He's smart and funny like George. Sometimes I get the...
Marmalade. When a close member of the family thinks that she might move out, well, even though we might be happy for her, it's a little upsetting.
Well, if you're worried about the house, don't be. Even if I do move to Charleston, I'll make arrangements for you all to stay here as long as you like.
Oh, Blanche, that's so sweet of you.
Okay, how about when you were unmarried and pregnant?
I remember your exact words. Get out of my house, you're dead, I have no daughter named Dorothy.
Sure, in that tone of voice, it sounds bad. But I'm supporting you now. Didn't I come here to live with you in your twilight years?
Ma, these are your twilight years.
Well, I guess this is goodbye.
See, I came around to your side.
You gave him money, didn't you?
It's not like it's... Oh, nice people.
Sophia, you didn't say anything about parties in the house.
Oh, so Peter and Maddie having a few friends over. We're making a bundle.
Even when I did make it hard on you. I know I haven't always given much back, honey. I was always so worried about me. I couldn't even come and see you when you needed me before you died, because I was all caught up in that old silly ball. There is no...
Back of the pantry door.
Dorothy, that was my kitchen, that was my salad. He put the heart there because he loved me. That I remember.
I'm sure you do. Listen, Ma, why don't we talk to your doctor and see what he has to say?
Yeah, well, maybe.
I had him for weeks. I used to have so much trouble sleeping, I tried counting sheep.
Rose, if there are real sheep in this story, I do not want to hear it.
Okay.
Oh, Simon, good to see you. Oh, why can't we wear something simple in basic black?
It's a bad idea, Dorothy. You wear black at Shady Pines, they'll stop the show for a head count.
I knew I never should have gotten involved in this mother-daughter pageant. I just wish I'd known how to say no to it.
I know what you mean. I should have said...
Ma, you're still here. I thought you were moving.
I will be, Smarty Pants. I found out about this agency that matches elderly people with roommates.
Hello? Hi, Miles. Oh, I'm sorry.
I've only got tonight.
Okay, but I don't want you to stand out in that outfit. I'll go change into something plaid. Hi, girls.
Sorry, it won't happen again.
Should I draw your bath?
I can draw my own bath. I can do everything by myself.
Okay, Mrs. Patrillo, you're the boss.
Look, I'm not the boss. I'm a poor immigrant from Italy, and I feel very uncomfortable having somebody wait on me.
All right, Blanche, what are you doing?
Just trying to make myself even more attractive. Pointless, isn't it?
I mean, what are you doing with Doug? He is here with me.
Well, I know that. I'm the one who set it up in the first place, Dorothy. By the way, he said some very nice things about you.
I said you were going to do this.
Blanche, I took her to the airport so she could catch a plane to be with this guy Miles. He must really be something.
So is Rose.
So, either of you ladies care to dance?
Doug, you left here with another woman. You were going to take her to your place. Now you come back here and ask us if we...
The morning light. It's the best light to paint by, you know. Oh, I like this painting. And I'm getting better at it all the time. Pretty soon I'll be able to copy St. Olaf's most famous religious painting, The Last Pancake Breakfast.
Hi, girls. This is not what it looks like.
Well, I'm just looking into alternatives. You know, hospitals have a rigid way of doing things. Why is she screaming?
She's conscious.
I just want this to be an experience I'll never forget.
That a girl, Rose. You finally got one.
Nice meeting you. Bye-bye.
Yes. Thanks, Dad.
You know, Dorothy, you don't have to go through with it.
And she got in trouble, if you know what I mean, Dorothy. Knackend up and Schwingel.
She knows what you mean.
Anyway, her boyfriend, Yutz Hernsberg, St. Olaf's only bald high school student.
Congratulations, you're our 1 millionth customer, the winner of an all-expense-paid trip to Mardi
Blanche, where have you been?
I've been...
Jimmy,
Forgot your sweater, Dorothy.
come in. How did you get here?
I walked.
Well, I'd like you to meet my roommates, Rose and Blanche.
Hello.
Hi, would you like us to...
No, I gotta start getting used to people. Dorothy, I want help. Help and new clothes. So, I'll go to a counselor. If you'll drive me.
Drive you? Are you kidding? I'll listen to 8 tracks with you. Of course, we'll have to use Rose's car. No, but what... Really? I had no idea that he took such an interest in high school football.
Oh, yes, he likes all sports, even gymnastics. And I'm told you're quite the gymnast.
Fact that the anesthesia can be hallucinations, fantasy. It's like a dream. I probably brushed up against you, and in your woozy state...
I'm so sorry.
It's all right, Rose. Well, listen, what do you say we take a look at that crown?
Oh, you must hate me.
Rose, I don't hate you. You're a friend, a nice person. I look...
Stand back! I'm not afraid to use this.
Rose, what are you doing?
Oh, darn you! I believed you. I even apologized to you.
Rose, I forgot myself. It will never happen again.
You're damn right it won't happen again. Not to me or Dan.
My baby is gone. Oh, Sophia.
Blanche, this is no laughing matter. How can you take this kind of abuse?
Abuse? I'll have you know he has never raised a hand to me.
Verbal abuse, Blanche.
He talks like that all the time. I just don't pay any attention.
Blanche, you're making excuses for him.
Look, can we continue this conversation later?
Blanche.
I don't know why you took a cab from the airport.
Blanche.
You should have called me. I would have picked you up.
Blanche. This is Doug. He's my friend. My very special friend.
Well, any friend of Clay's it. Ah, so. Isn't it wonderful? Okay, on with the award.
Oh, God, this is it.
Good luck,
Break a
honey.
leg.
Oh, please, oh, please, oh, please, oh, please.
The winner of this year's Volunteer Vanguard Award is Rose. Yes! Hand me that glass of water, please.
That he's gay, but why does he have to slip a ring on this guy's finger so the whole world will know?
Why did you marry George?
We loved each other. We wanted to make a lifetime commitment, wanted everybody to know.
That's what Doug and Clayton want, too. Everyone wants someone to grow old with, and shouldn't everyone...
I know you have a date with him tomorrow night. Keep it. I'm sure you'll find he's the same caring, sensitive man you've known all along. My God, it wasn't my confirmation dinner, was it?
It so happens our community playhouse is doing The Taming of the Shrew, and I'm to audition for the role of Kate, the fiery tart of Padua whom no man could tame. Hark! Perhaps a suitor doth approach it.
Do you think he'll stay all night?
Stop saying that! You keep calling me Grandma, she's gonna grow up to think that's my name.
If you talk of tales, and so farewell.
Thank you.
Would you like to see Kate another way?
God, yes. Next!
I would make a wonderful witness. I can't tell you how many times I've been badgered by lawyers. Well, I could, but it might sound like boasting. Oh, the stories I could tell you about me. Now, you're not going to believe this, but I shall become a great Southern writer, carrying on the tradition of...
Your mouth is watering now, Blanche. Keep living.
Herb, I'm aware of how important it is to make a good impression in court. Tell me, what do you think would move the jury more?
And I remembered she left, thanks to you, Dorothy.
You had late night talks with my mother?
All the time.
And she gave you hard candy?
No. I'd ask, but she was always afraid I'd choke on it.
Why didn't somebody tell me it was dinner time?
Ma, it's not dinner, it's the middle of the night.
Oh, no! No! Don't tell me he met Blanche and slept with her.
Oh, now wait, I'm sure he didn't sleep with Blanche.
Well, how about this picture?
Well, I mean, just because a man is in Blanche's bed doesn't mean... So a guy makes one mistake. I mean, there has to be...
Blanche, you're wearing my earrings.
Oh, I know that.
But when I asked you before where they were, you said you didn't know, and now you're wearing them.
Well, Rose, there could be two explanations. Either I was lying, or I was wrong about the number of explanations.
Get back in the social scene. And it isn't easy. There are just so many jerks out there.
You don't have to worry about me. I'm so normal, I'm dull.
Oh, you're not dull. I mean, compared to not dating at all.
Rose, maybe I shouldn't say this because someday I hope...
So how do you like being retired?
Actually, I intend to work. I just got my first assignment to write an article for the book review section. I'm a little nervous. It's due next week.
Oh, well, now you know how we used to feel when you would assign us a book report.
Fixed it.
Oh my God, Blanche, this bed is vibrating.
It better be at these prices.
Blanche, I don't think any of this was a very good idea.
I know what you need. Some music. You need some nice, soothing music. Little kiss?
Hey, to me, a first kiss is still the sexiest thing in the world.
Get out of here.
Really? Well, the way I look at it, anyone can just jump into bed together. Me, I believe in romance. And that can start with something...
We're clean at home. I said, well, you won't find any crumbs in her bed. You won't find anything in her bed.
Dorothy, how did this happen? I feel so terrible.
Oh, it's not your fault.
Oh, thank you.
I'm proud of you, Angelo. You didn't scream.
Orb. You know, it's hard to believe it's been hanging there for millions of years, long before man even came to be. Controls the tides, affects the weather. Without the moon, the Earth would be a barren, stagnant, uninhabitable planet, Rose. It gives life.
It's more than life itself. One day, he decides to try somebody else's cupcakes. For lack of a better example, let's say my cupcakes. And I, in a mad, passionate moment, forget myself and let...
Me too, because
I said coffee. So, how does it feel?
Shame. I feel shame.
I can't believe the two of you.
The ocean.
Oh, gosh, I haven't frolicked since... since the day I dropped my mother off at Shady Pines. Coincidentally, that was the last time I did a cartwheel. It was a good day.
Of course, we could.
But, to tell you the truth, I didn't even notice. I mean, I've been so busy smiling myself.
I'm glad, too. Strange, isn't it? It just seems like we've known each other for a lot more than 3 days.